Hello, Linda here from Barlates Body Blitzer Mini on the sofa for you. We're doing another Just Start workout today. It's going to be a yoga sculpt with a nice dynamic stretching element as well as some static stretches, and overall just loosening up through the body and hopefully a feel-good workout for you. It's definitely beginner friendly, but if you are more advanced, you can just add a little bit of equipment, maybe some light ankle weights, and maybe hold the poses for a little bit longer. So without further ado, all you need to do is clear some space, and we're going to get started straight away with our feet in a nice wide position, arms overhead, and we're going to bend slightly through the knees and then swing our arm down towards our opposite ankle. So stretch up tall, bend slightly. Now if you are more flexible, you don't need to bend your knees here. You can keep them straight, and that way you get more of a hamstring stretch. But you do you, and try to come as low as you can, but if you cannot come as low as me with a flat back, then that's perfectly fine. You can stay a bit higher. Let's go for a few more of these for 4. Deep breath in, 3, and 2, and 1. Now we're going to rotate our arms to the back, come up overhead, just tip to halfway and come back up. So you're rotating your arms to the back, squeezing your shoulder blades, coming back overhead, and then sending your butt towards the back. So rotate, open the chest, all the way back up, and tipping forward. This time I want you to keep your legs as straight as possible. Rotate them down, come back up. Now make sure your belly button is pulled in, so when you reach up, you're not opening up the space between your ribs and your hips. Keep that pulled in. One more time to the back, up and forward. Nice job. Okay, we're going to come into what's called a warrior position. Your toes on this foot are facing this way. Your toes on this foot are facing this way. And from here, all we're going to do is bend slightly into this leg. Stretch your arms out. Try and keep your chest and shoulders to the front. And we're lunging into that leg. And as you get warmer, maybe you lunge a little bit lower. Make sure that you've got a nice wide stance here so this knee doesn't come out too far over the toe. And this leg here stays straight, which means you're getting an inner thigh stretch as well. Let's go for 3. Tummies are in. 2, 1. Now we're going to add on. We're going to come over, put your elbow down and reach this arm over. 1 deep breath in, and then as you breathe out, cartwheel your arm to the back and reach overhead. Deep breath in, and as you breathe out, back over and reach. So you want to really engage your core here. Come back up and reach to the back. So your tummy's pulled in, you're still trying to keep your chest rotated to the front. One more time, all the way down and reach. Deep breath in. On the breath out, blow it all the way out and stretch. Nice job. Now bring your arms back to that extended position and come up, straightening this leg. Now we're going to tip and try and touch the floor next to your foot. So this is a triangle pose where you're coming as low as you can, keeping this leg straight this time. Now if this is all you can do, then that's totally fine. So you're coming from center as low as you can. Maybe you can put your entire palm on the floor. All the way down, stretch, stretch. And one more. All the way down and stretch. And come up. And before we go to the other side, we're just going to do some nice torso rotations. So this time in a goddess pose, so a nice wide stance here. You can put your hands by your ears and just twist and twist, or if you want more, twist and twist with outstretched arms again. You can look behind you a little bit. We're twisting through the waist, trying to keep everything else stable, so your hips are stable, holding that isometric hold with the lower body. 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. Nice job. So now we're repeating that warrior position facing this way. So this toe faces that way, this toe faces the front. You want to have really nice tall spine, shoulders down and back, and we're just going to lunge and come back up. Lunging into it and come back up. So it might take you a few seconds to adjust your width of your legs. You want to make sure it's wide enough so that when you come down, you feel the burn here in this quad, but you also feel a bit of stretch in this inner thigh. Down and up. Make sure you're not twisting your chest this way. Really try and keep it forward. And if your arms are getting too tired, maybe bend your arms, fingertips together. Let's go for 3. Sorry about the lighting in the studio today as well. It's one of those cloudy, sunny days. And we're going down, elbow down and reach. Deep breath in, and as you breathe out, reach the other way. So your hand is on your thigh. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, cartwheel back over and reach. And again, blow the air out and reach. Let's go one more time. Here's the sunshine. And one more time to the back. Great job. So now we're going to straighten this leg, come with your arms back out to the side, and we're just going to tip down and come back up. If you want to bring your legs slightly closer together here, you can. Tip down and come back up. Try and keep this arm close to your leg. Okay, don't tip down by leaning forward. You want to tip directly to the side and up. Maybe you can put your entire palm down. Maybe that's how flexible you are. So you do what's challenging for you, but something that's doable. 1 more is all we've got. And it's down and it's up. Nice job. Let's do a little bit of hip mobility. So come into a nice soft knee stance. You want to be quite wide here, and we're just going to rotate. Come down with a soft knee, rotate. Now your arms you can do with whatever you want. Maybe you just want them in front. Maybe you want them out to the side. Or maybe you want to swing in opposition like this. It feels quite nice to do that. Rotate and open. Rotate and open. So you're rotating through this hip joint. It should feel nice. Let's go for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Nice job. Okay, let's go down into a down dog position. So if you have weak wrists, you may want to elevate maybe on a sofa or onto yoga blocks. But if you're able to, I want you to come into your down dog position with your arms and your legs nice and straight, your butt up in the air, and pushing evenly, pushing the weight evenly into both hands and both feet. If you can get your heels down, that is ideal. But if you can't, maybe your heels are just up a little bit. And I just want you to hold it here and think about stretching the back of your calves especially, all the way down to your ankles, and keeping your arms straight, feeling your entire upper body stretching. Deep breaths here. We're going to come into a child's pose. and then push back up into down dog. So I want you to lower your knees and sit back. So here you've got your knees apart, your toes slightly together, and they're flat. Your toes are flat on the mat. And you are pushing your armpits down into the mat and your palms. Now slightly come up, curl your toes under, and push yourself back up into the down dog. So each one of these poses you can hang out for a second and really try and get the most out of the stretch. One more time, come down, knees apart, toes together, and stretch. Deep breath in, curl your toes under, and come back up. Nice job. Now I want you to come back down into child's pose and lay all the way down. And from here, I want you to push your chest up. Maybe you're on your elbows and that's where you want to stay. Or if you are more flexible in the front body, you can push up onto straight hands. You are stretching the entire front of your abs here. So if you do a lot of abs work, this is a great stretch for you. And now come back down. And we're going to reach behind and hold on to this foot. Now I want you to push your top of the foot into your hand whilst pushing your hand into the foot. So you're pulling down, but you're also pushing with that hand. You should feel a really nice hip flexor and quad stretch. But if you want to intensify this, you can lift the leg off the mat. So try and keep everything facing downwards. So you're not opening your hip to the front and you just lift up. It's going to be a small lift off the mat. This arm here is helping you stay upright. But if you really want to, you can lay your head down on your hand. Pull, pull, pull. Deep breath. Now from here, we're going to box out. Place this hand close by your armpit and we're going to roll to the back, opening up the knee towards the ceiling, trying to keep our chest more angled down. So diagonal down. So this is a little bit more of an advanced stretch. If you don't like it, then just stay in that other stretch we just did. But you can try. Maybe don't bring your knee quite so high. Maybe it's facing here a bit more. Or maybe you want to come up more onto your arm. That's going to help you as well with that twist. But it's a really nice way of twisting through the spine. Now come back in line. And we're going to come back into a child's pose. This arm, palm up, weave it through, and now allow your upper body to drop down over that arm, creating a little bit more of the stretch. Great job. Now come into a side laying position. And we're going to do another quad stretch, but do it from the side. So I want you to bend your leg, grab your ankle. Once again, push your foot into your palm, palm into the foot. But now I want you to push your hips forward and squeeze your butt so you intensify that stretch even more. Deep breath. Make sure you've got a nice alignment here, shoulder over elbow, neck is nice and long, ear away from the shoulder. Now from here, we're going to come forward, grab that leg underneath the knee and just circle through our foot. Circling. And we're going to do that again. Just pull to the back. Deep breaths. And then grab it and circle. And from here, pick up that leg and pull it in. Maybe you're holding on further down, maybe your leg is out here. I just want you to bring it as close as you can while maintaining this nice alignment. Amazing job. Now put your legs together. Come into the center, into a kneeling position. We're going to go to the other side, but before we do that, I want a few side to side sits. So up and down. You're moving your ankles and your feet out of the way and sitting onto the mat. 2 more. Last one. Nice job. Okay, so now we're going into that same stretch. So come down, box out this arm, and we're going to first of all hold onto your foot, bring that heel as close to your butt as you can, and push your foot into your hand and your hand into your foot. Maybe this is where you want to stay. If you want to intensify it, lift it up a bit. So this is where you really need to push that foot into the hand in order to be able to lift up the thigh. It doesn't have to be high. Make sure you're not turning to the front. Keep everything facing down. Deep breath. Now come down. Hand is back near your armpit, and we're going to bring the toe to the back and that knee up to the ceiling. It doesn't have to be super high. Maybe you're down here more. Maybe your knee is only twisting a little bit. This should feel like a washcloth being wrung out. That's how your torso should feel. You're kind of trying to push your chest diagonal forward while you're pushing your knee to the back. All sorts of things happening here. Now come back into center. Come up into that child's pose position, and this time the front arm weaves through, your palm is up to the ceiling, and you're allowing the weight of your body to drop over that arm. Deep breaths here. Really good to stretch out the shoulders, especially if you're used to working at computers with a mouse, typing a lot. Your shoulders can get really tight. And now back into that side laying position. And we're going to grab our foot, push our hip forward, push our foot into our hand, and really try and push the heel towards the butt. Feeling that nice lengthening quad stretch and hip flexor stretch. And from here, we're going to grab underneath the knee, pull it into your chest, and just rotate through that ankle. And again, to the back. Really tuck that hip forward, push back, but then also press your heel closer to your butt. And again to the front, and rotate. And then lengthen that leg up. Hold on wherever you're able to. Make sure it's straight behind the knee as you pull it in as close as you can. And bring that down, and we're going to come into a straddle position to finish off. Now, your legs can be a lot closer together than mine. I like to have mine quite far. And all we're going to do is point and flex, and then slowly start to work our way lower, if you're able to. So maybe you're up here and your elbows are not even touching. Maybe as you start to get a little bit more used to this stretch, you can come down and let your elbows touch. And down. And maybe you're even more flexible and you can put your head on the ground, however you want to do it. Just hold it here for a second. Every time you breathe out, try and come deeper into the stretch. And last thing, bring your legs together. Hold on underneath with both arms, and now pull away. So I want you to open up through the shoulder blades. and then come up, and then change your arm, so whichever arm was in front, switch it, and one more time. This should feel really nice all through your shoulders and upper back. And now just roll through those shoulders, let your arms swing a little bit. Deep breath in and out, and we are done. So there you go. Yoga does not have to be scary. It can be slow, it can be controlled. Hopefully you were able to follow along and you were able to modify where you needed to. And that is the point of my Just Start series, to show you variations, to give you suggestions of where you might want to start if you're not able to do the exercise exactly how I demonstrate. And I just want you to be able to have motivation to get back into fitness wherever you're starting from. Maybe you're new to it, maybe you're coming back from injury, wherever you are in your fitness journey. I want these workouts to be accessible to you. So I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments, and I will be back with another workout very soon. Bye for now.